Will we see Arch Manning start a game for Texas this season?
If Quinn Ewers gets hurt, it's certainly a possibility. So uh, I think that they're pretty much all in on Quinn Ewers this year as a starter. But if he were to not perform or if he were to get injured, I think we might see Arch. And look, Texas has really high expectations this year. This is as talented a team as they've had. And everybody's like, oh, Texas always has a high ranked recruiting class. I don't always look at it by just your recruiting ranking. I look at it by what was your recruiting ranking, but also when I talk to NFL people, how many guys do they feel like you have on your roster who are going to play in their league? And this is the first year in a while that if you talk to NFL people about Texas players, they're very excited about a lot of them.
How is the hype level for Manning? Like, do you think it's accurate? Is it fair? Is his ceiling as high as some fans hope it is?
I have no idea. Quarterback recruiting is a crapshoot. You have no idea who's going to be good and who's not. A guy can look amazing in high school and throw the most beautiful ball you've ever seen, and then they get in a game and they can't figure it out. Or they can look, like Mac Jones is a great example of this. Mac Jones didn't look like anything special coming out of high school.
Right.
But if you got to know him and you watched him work, you're like, okay, this guy could be pretty good. And then he finally does get his opportunity and he plays like a first rounder. So it is the ultimate crapshoot. Drafting quarterbacks in the NFL is probably the ultimate crapshoot, but this is a step below it.
Do you think Omaha Productions will be following him around collecting content, or is that something like the Mannings would try to avoid, the extra cameras and stuff?
I don't know that they would try to create content off of him unless he was really down for it. If it was something if he's something he wanted to do and said, "Hey, Uncle Eli, Uncle Peyton, let's do this."
Yeah.
But I don't think so. Now, would I be shocked if Omaha Productions is talking to other college QBs or other college programs about some insider access? I wouldn't be shocked at all. The access they got for that Netflix quarterback show, nobody but Peyton and Eli Manning could have pulled that off. To get Patrick Mahomes to say, come to my house, mic me up every practice and every game. Like that, you're not getting that, yes, unless you're Peyton and Eli Manning. And I think there's some college coaches and college players that if they come in and ask, they're going to be like, absolutely, let's go.
Yeah, that's what that was going to be the next thing, is that you think that there's big coaches that would be okay with that?
It depends on the coach. Like certain coaches are super paranoid, don't want anything like that in their program. But, if you go down a level to the ones that are kind of aspirational, that feel like that if they take one more step, that they can reach national title caliber. Like I'd love to see Wisconsin, because Wisconsin clearly feels like with a little bit better recruiting, a little bit different playing style, that they can get in the mix to compete for national titles. That's the type of place that I think would open the doors and let you see. And Luke Fickell doesn't strike me as a person who's got a lot to hide. He seems like a pretty open book, and I think he'd be an interesting character as these shows go. Because that's when you talk to the people who produce these shows, they're looking at it from a character, story arc, all that standpoint, and that would be. But I will tell you, and I've talked to a couple people about this in the television world, and I don't know that you're ever going to get anybody to bite on this because it's just not sexy enough from a brand standpoint. The best show, the show that would blow up on Netflix, like Last Chance U did, if you could make a deal with the Sun Belt to follow a team or maybe the three best teams, it would be unbelievable. You would get great stories, great access, great everything. People would fall in love with those players. But I just don't know it, because you say, oh, the Louisiana Raging Cajuns. Who's that? The Troy Trojans, Appalachian State Mountaineers, Coastal Carolina Chanticleers. What's a Chanticleer? It's a chicken, by the way. But I'm telling you, if you're trying to make a show for a streaming service like Netflix and Amazon Prime, you want to make a 6-episode documentary series, 8-episode documentary series, go to the Sun Belt. I promise it'd be good.